Hey Aries, I am your astrologer, Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here's your monthly forecast for the month of December 2017. Now, what I'm going to do for this month's horoscope is I'm actually going to talk first about the full moon in Gemini on December 3rd. Then I'm going to talk about the new moon in Sagittarius on December 18th. Then I'm going to talk about what's happening between those two moons and what's happening after at the very end of the month. I know that may sound a little bit confusing to be going back and forth and around the month, but that to me was just the way that this month made most sense and the way that I feel intuitively called to give you this reading. So I am hoping that it all comes together by the end of it. All right. So that's what's going on with me. Now, to go ahead and get started with the reading, I'm going to start with, as I said, the full moon in Gemini, December 3rd. And that for you, Aries, is happening right here in your third house of talk and of communication and of people around town. So I think what you're doing here, since the third house also rules things that are familiar to you, you're ending something that's familiar to you. You're ending something that you're used to, that's comfortable for you, a way of thinking about the world, a way of living in your immediate environment, okay? And the reason why you're ending this or bringing it to completion a lot of times at full moons is so that you can start to really launch forward to doing something new here that you have not done before, into traveling, into studying, into adventuring, perhaps far from home, doing things that maybe are new and uncomfortable for you, and to really move in that direction, okay? With the new moon at the middle of the month being right here in Sagittarius in your ninth house of something new. Okay, and I think that's what you're trying to figure out at the beginning of the month, is how you can let go of something that's comfortable for you or complete something that's comfortable for you so that you can start to do something new you haven't done before and get used to that and make sense of your life in new and different ways. All right. I think while you're trying to figure all this stuff out at the full moon in Gemini, there could be some confusion here where Neptune is, because Neptune's going to be in a square to this full moon. And Neptune's here in your 12th house of your insides. So there could be some confusion for you in regards to what you really want inside and what really resonates with you deep down as you're trying to understand better what's going on in your life, and as you're trying to move forward and do something new. Maybe you're worried that what's going on doesn't resonate with you or isn't right for you in some way. And I think at the full moon and at the new moon this month, you're going to have to figure out how you can be comfortable internally doing some new thing that you know you need to move forward on. All right. I think a lot of this for you is going to have to do also where Jupiter is, which is in your 8th house of changes, because Jupiter is making a trine over to Neptune. So I think you're making some big changes in your life, endings and beginnings, and possibly even some big financial investments in life in order to feel more comfortable with life, in order to feel more at peace with life, in order to create more of the life that it is that you really want, right? And I think that's why you're doing something new. You're doing something new in life so that you can have a life that's better for you and that resonates with you and move forward on some of those things. And I think you're trying to get clarity this month to figure out how you can do something new and make the changes in your life to do it so that you can feel better on the inside. All right, as you're trying to work all of that stuff out, we also do have Mercury going retrograde at the beginning of this month at the full moon here, asking you to rethink this new thing that you're doing. It's like if you're going to commit to doing something you haven't done before, traveling or studying, you really needing to make sure that you're thinking about it in the right ways, that you're taking care of all of the details, and that you're making sure that this is what you really want, this new thing, so that you can begin to move forward on it at the new moon in a much, much better way. All right. So that's what's happening there at the beginning of the month. Now, what's going on at the new moon, I'm going to talk about that. Okay, I just wanted to delete my chart so that it would be more clear and not as confusing and not as messy. All right. So what's going on here at the new moon, and this is going to happen on December 18th in Sagittarius, is that there's going to be some very new beginning coming in regards to something new you're doing that you have not done before. I know I just talked a little bit about this in the first part of this video, but you have to realize that the full moons and the new moons are connected. They come in pairs. You can't really separate them. You can't do one without the other in a lot of ways, and so that's why I'm talking about them both. As to where at the beginning of the month you were thinking about what is familiar to you in your life that you need to end or let go of, towards the middle of the month on December 18th at this new moon, you're starting to more fully launch into and commit to some new thing that it is that you want and need. Okay, that's because we do have the new moon here in your 9th house of something new, but also because we've got Saturn very close by next to the new moon. And Saturn has been in this spot for about 2.5 years, where it's about to leave this month. So you're making some very big commitments to doing something that you have not done before this month, that you've been working on for a really long time, that perhaps haven't quite fallen into place in some way. And this month is going to all start to come together for you to do something that you have not done before. All right, doing this new thing could still be a little bit uncomfortable as you're making these decisions and choices at the new moon. That's because all of these planets in Sagittarius are going to square both Neptune and both Chiron in your 12th house of your insides, bringing up some very uncomfortable feelings about this new thing as you move forward on it. Maybe feeling uncertain about whether or not you're doing the right thing, but really needing to commit to overcoming some of these uncertain feelings so that you can really begin to launch forward to do something new that you have not done. Travel, study, move even comes in with the 9th house, and to let yourself fully go there. Once you allow yourself to do something new you have not done before, it's then going to open a bunch of new doors for you here to become a new person, to express yourself more freely and more openly, with it making a trine here to Uranus in your 1st house. This new thing as well is also going to help you here with the North Node is to do something that makes you happy in life. Okay, to find more joy in life and to find more fun once again. Okay, so I see lots of good things coming in here for you, but you first needing to commit to doing something new that may be a little bit scary and that you may be uncertain about first before some of these other good doors start to open up for you, all right? So that's what's happening. Now, the decision could be a little bit uncomfortable. This month could be a little bit uncomfortable and confusing, but I think you will have help to make some of these choices and some of these commitments and to move forward. That's because at the beginning of the month, we do have Venus moving into Sagittarius, helping you also to better think about and understand what you need to make you comfortable as you do something new and what it is that really resonates with your heart. Okay, we also do have Mars here moving into Scorpio in your 8th house of changes, also really helping you to make some of the big changes that you need to make to rearrange your life, to let something new in that can also be better for you. So even as you're making some big commitments and some big decisions, I think you're going to have some help along the way to move forward. All right. I think once you move forward doing something new and making the commitments towards the end of the month and the next 2.5 years here, because Saturn's going to move into Capricorn, your big focus is going to be on your career, since Capricorn rules your 10th house of career. You're going to have to learn, after you commit to this new thing here, how to build a career doing it, how to build a new life direction, a new reputation, and a new social standing doing this new thing that you want, that's come to you in some way that you're going to have to focus on. And I think once you can commit to doing the new thing and work towards building a life on it, it's going to help you start to feel much better inside and internally about everything that's going on, so that you're not going to feel so confused emotionally and conflicted emotionally with what's happening. All right, I think that's what's going to go on there. Okay, so that's what I see happening this month. Another little sneak peek, just to give you a little bit of a vision down the road here, is that Saturn also is going to conjunct Pluto here in 2020. So still a few more years coming in here. But as you're trying to create a career here and build on this new thing that's come to you and build a new reputation doing this thing that you're committing to right now, your reputation is totally going to change. Your career totally going to change. Your social standing in the world totally going to change. Okay, it's not fully going to change until 2020, where there's going to be a whole big revolution going on with where your life is going and your life direction in some way. But I think you're just now starting to commit to building on a reputation, building on a career that is going to have to drastically change in order to accommodate this new thing that you're starting right now, okay? And to let a new identity emerge that you feel is just better for you in some way, all right? So that's what's going on, and that's just a little bit of a big picture to give you a little bit of an idea of what is happening and how important really this month is to set the stage for a lot of future things that are going to start to come in your life that I think are going to be very good and very positive here, with the 9th house coming in, the 5th house coming in, and of course your 1st, all right? So that's what I have for you, Aries. Now your card for the month is the Page of Swords reversed. Okay, this could be a card here of lots of this could be a card of confusion. I know I mentioned that a little bit in the horoscope with Neptune, but this card normally comes up when there are way too many ideas, way too many thoughts, sometimes way too many different directions or too many passions that it is that you have. And this card does indicate a need to narrow it down, a need to focus your energies. It's good to be excited, it's good to be passionate, but needing to pick one or two things that you're really passionate about and really commit to understanding those, to moving forward on some of those, and to getting rid of some of the noise so that you can begin to do some things that are important to you. And I think if you can do that, it's going to be a lot easier for you to do some things you know you need to do and to bring some more of the passion and the happiness back into your life this month. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Aries. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.